This is Maya. Maya is an 18-month-old Great Dane Staffy mix who came up from the south. She'd been tied in a yard and left when the owners moved away. She was just a young puppy. She was saved and brought up and saved and adopted into a family. Unfortunately, the family now, and again, Maya's at 18 months old, is having some severe issues in the household with childhood sensory processing disorder with their child. And Maya is protective of the child and not understanding the situation, of course, because why would a dog understand that situation? And unfortunately, the situation is going to get worse before it gets better with the child, and it's just too difficult for everyone, including Maya, and it's escalating. And so they feel as if, and I do agree, that the situation really needs to change, and it would be better for Maya to be rehomed. She is super smart. You sit. Good job. She is really food motivated, as you can see right now. She's waiting for this treat. We wait. Good job. Very good. She lives with a young man who loves his doggy. Yes. I'm going to go see Maya. I'm going to give her a treat, Connor. There you go. You can hear that. Oh, good job. She has a really good food drive, which is great because she learns really, really fast. She is very high energy, though. Right now, she looks really focused because I have the food, but she really needs a lot of exercise. She likes people, but she is a very, very high energy jumper greeter. She's not a great greeter. So if you have a lot of people in your house, this is a dog that is going to be needing to be managed. Probably would not do well with young children. She does well with Connor because she sort of grew up with Connor, but does not do well with young kids. Would probably knock them over. And the same thing with older people. She probably would knock them over, to be totally honest. So in this house, they do a lot of management when greeting people, and they have to because Maya would jump up on them. I know she's being totally awesome right now and looking like the perfect dog, but she does, as all dogs do, have their own issues, and jumping up and meeting new people is one of them with Maya. Maya, sit. Good girl. The other thing that she is she is vocal. Again, you're being super quiet right now, but she can be vocal, and when she is vocal, Maya, come. They have a gate up here to block her from the door because, as you can see, she scratches the door. She scratches when she wants to go out. And now what she does is she barks when she wants to go out. And she has different barks for different things. If she wants to go out to go pee, she has a certain bark. If she wants to go out because she just wants to go out and play, she has a certain bark. But she is vocal. This is not a quiet, mute dog. So with a high energy dog, that's pretty common. So just know that this is a dog that probably wouldn't do well in an apartment because she's probably going to bark. She does not like closed doors at all. It makes her nervous, as a matter of fact. Now, whether that's the case because this dog was abandoned, she could have been abandoned. She was abandoned in a backyard, but she could have been abandoned in that house, too, before she was put in the backyard. Don't really know the situation, but closed doors make this dog really nervous. So you have to know that, too. Whether she has separation anxiety when she's left, does she?
So we'll treat her and put her in her kennel because when we would leave without a treat, she wouldn't like us leaving. She would cry inside.
So, and she's still young at 18 months. So, separation is a difficult thing for young dogs when they've gone through a lot of trauma. So I wouldn't be surprised if she, in the new home, would have some separation anxiety too, that someone would have to work through. She does live with another dog in the home, as you can see. There's 2 kennels here, and that's another issue that we're having is that poor Maya. And when she was about a year, she had to have hip replacement. And that created an issue with the other dog in the house, Bruin, because she needed to be kept. Maya needed to be kept afterwards in basically no movement. And at her age, it created a lot of frustration. So Bruin was allowed to move around, and she wasn't allowed to move around, and it created a lot of frustration with her. So she didn't have freedom, and it changed the behavior between the dogs. So now when Bruin is around and there's a lot of movement or someone comes in that Bruin knows and she doesn't know too well, they're both jumping around, there can be redirection. And that never happened before. She used to get along with really, really well with a lot of dogs. She was the greeter at doggy daycare for new dogs. And although she is back at the doggy daycare and she gets along with some dogs, they have to take it more slowly. So she has to relearn to be around dogs. She does like dogs. She is not dog aggressive, but she is more nervous around dogs now that after the surgery and after recovery. And even in the home environment here, she is just not getting along with Bruin as she was before. It used to be just a family unit, and now there is just more tension and more redirection than there was before. There hasn't been blood drawn. There has not been any injuries that we've had to go to the vet for. It's just high tension. And given that there's already an issue with protection of Connor, it's just added to more stress. So this is Maya. Again, she's young. She's only 18 months. She has so many positive qualities about her, and they just need to find a home that's a better fit. They went into this to save her because she had come from such a horrible environment down south, just being left in a yard, and they did save her. But unfortunately, as is often the case, it's not a long-term home for her. It's just not the right fit now with what's going on in the home. So this is Maya, and we are looking for an adult home, someone who's active, someone that will be willing to work through some of the issues that Maya does have, and will be willing to train her because she is so very trainable. This is young Maya. Good job.